Hey everyone, welcome to the House of Fins. My name is Danny and I'm going to walk you through some of the really cute things that we have in stock today. Alrighty, first up we have the Barnacle Blenny. These are the little ones with the red eyes and the spots all over them. They're a great little nano fish with those googly eyes that move around all over the place like a chameleon. They're going to hang out in your rock work in little holes and such. And they're just gonna sit in there like little grumpy old men and look around everywhere, like I said, with those little googly eyes. And then whenever you throw food in there, they're just gonna launch on out like little firecrackers and then recede back into the rock. It's awesome, it's really cool. I recommend getting like 3 or 4 of them, so that way when you throw food in the tank, they all kind of shoot out like little fireworks out of your rock work. But they're really great for nano tanks, like I said. They're not going to mess with any kinds of shrimp or invertebrates. They're not going to mess with coral, and they're very peaceful towards other fish as well. So a great candidate for nano reef tanks and a great little candidate for a cute little character for your tank. Next up, we have the little baby Toby puffer that we have in right now. This is a little cutie with that beak and those googly eyes as well. He's also super tiny. As you can see, he's like one of the smallest fish in this tank. A great little character for those smaller fish only tanks. I would avoid him with any shrimp or crabs and stuff like that. He might even pick at coral. So definitely a fish only fish, but a great little character. You see, he's very intuitive. He's gonna swim right up to the tank and say hello. He's going to kind of hover around all over the place like a little drone. And like I said, that cute little face is just a little great character to have. Alrighty, next up we have the porcupine pufferfish. I feel like we've been honing in on all the small fish, so let's hone in on a nice big fish only fish. This is a great character, not too different from that Toby puffer. A great character for your big fish only tanks. Like I said, they're gonna swim right up to the tank, be very personable. They have a permanent smile on their face, which is awesome. Like I said, they are a fish only fish though, so they will eat your coral, they'll eat your inverts, they'll eat snails, they'll probably even eat smaller fish. I wouldn't put it past them. But in a giant fish only tank with other large fish, they're gonna be an awesome fan favorite. They look like a giant potato. And, you know, obviously avoid them puffing up because it is an indicator that they're stressed. Give them a lot of swimming room and they'll be fantastic for you. They love clams on the half shell, so don't forget to splurge on their food as well. Alrighty, last but most certainly not least, we have the dwarf cuttlefish. This is an awesome, awesome animal. Probably my favorite animal in the shop right now. He looks like a little button animal. It's awesome. They're a part of the octopus family. They're related to squids and octopus and nautilus and such. They don't get the name cuttlefish because they like to cuddle. It's actually spelled differently. It's spelled with 2 T's instead of 2 D's. And that's because of a bone that they have in their body called the cuttle bone. They're almost like a mood ring, so they'll change their colors depending on how they're feeling. They'll also kind of sporadically change them due to cells in their skin called chromatophores. So they're almost like an LED screen with how quickly they can change their skin colors. And even skin textures as well. They can go from really rough and prickly all the way to like really smooth. But they're awesome. They use those 2 longer tentacles to kind of walk around as like little feet, and then they have all their little smaller tentacles that they use to grab onto things. They also use those long tentacles to kind of shoot out and grab things, so feeding them is really fun. They're definitely a species only animal though. You're gonna keep them in their own tank. They don't need a very large one, but you definitely want to give them stimulation because they can get bored. You don't have to worry about them climbing out of your tank, which is also fascinating. But they're absolutely fantastic characters. They're the quintessential wet pet. They're almost like a wet puppy in a way. So absolutely fantastic. You can develop relationships with them, so they'll come up to you and hang out, and they're absolutely, absolutely fantastic. All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in for this week's video. Be sure to leave a like as well as following us on all of our social media platforms, being Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you next week.